Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are we all this morning? A little bit cooler today, a little bit duller, but nonetheless, it's still a nice day. So I shall just hold on for a moment to see who we have for this morning for our nurturing flow, stretch and release. And then I'll give you a quick rundown of what to expect this morning. So do we have anyone? Let's see. While I'm waiting, I'm going to do a quick sound check. If you're joining, let me know if you need it turned up or down. And if I don't get anyone, I will just get started. So let's check. Okay, sounds good. I had to turn mine down to hear the little chimes. Okay, so I'm just going to get going and give you a quick rundown. If you do join and you want the music up or down, let me know on the live so that I see it come up on the screen, because I won't be checking my phone or anything. Today is going to be lovely and gentle. I'm going to start you seated. We're going to just ease out some of these tired, tight areas in the body. There will be no standing flows. It will all be floor based. You will need maybe something to prop yourself up when you're seated, and maybe put it under your head when you're laying, so nothing too high, and your band as well, just for when we're on our back. But there is nothing pushing through here at all. It is all just about easing, letting go. We're going to just do a little bit of nerve flossing as well, just to help release some of these tight spots. Sometimes it's not the muscles that are holding on, sometimes it's the nerves. So it's just allowing the nervous system just to come down as well. So really taking it back and nurturing and bringing back that energy into the body. So if this sounds like what you need, this is for you. I'm not going to keep you for too long either this morning. So let's get started. I'm going to rewind the music, and then we will get started. So I'm just going to put my phone down there so I see any notifications if they come up. So I want you to bring yourself onto your mat seated. So just come down and sit. So I'm going to sit on my block. You can sit on a cushion, sit on the floor, whatever is right for you today. So just because I'm cross-legged doesn't mean to say you need to be cross-legged. You can be just legs wide, legs in front, whatever feels right for you. If it feels that you want to sit against the wall to begin with, then come and sit against the wall. So we're just going to take the fleshy bit of the seat out of the way, and then we're just going to settle for a moment. So just settle, allow your body just to find a comfortable place this morning. And let the eyes softly gaze down or softly close, and allow your shoulders as you exhale just to drop away from the ears a little more. Let's just take the chin down to the chest, and then take the chin up a little towards the ceiling. Take the chin down to the chest, and take the chin up to the ceiling. Let's do that one more time. Just be aware of how that feels in the back of your neck as you do this. Bring your head to the center. Let's just take a gaze past one shoulder, through the front again, and past the other shoulder. Just easing off around the neck. All the time settling the pelvis down into the floor, releasing around the hips and the thighs, the legs. Just allowing your pelvis to find its neutral place, and your spine just to lengthen up out of your pelvis. And then just bring yourself forward, keeping your eyes closed, your eyes soft. I want you to bring one hand to your heart and just be aware how you feel this morning. Where do you feel as though you're holding on? Where do you feel as though something just isn't letting go this morning? Just be aware of what you've brought to your practice this morning, to your mat. Just acknowledge whatever it is that you've brought with you this morning. Do you feel as though you have energy this morning? Or do you feel a little bit lethargic, a little bit tired? Or just be aware how you feel. So we're just going to do something for you this morning. Something for your body, something for your mind, something for your soul. Bring your hand back to your thighs, your knees. And we're just going to drop the chin back down towards the chest. Let's take one ear over to one shoulder. Drop down to the center, other ear over to the other shoulder. And I want you to take this at whatever speed feels right for you. If you want to hold over at one side or hold over kind of halfway and just take a little bit more of a stretch into the back of the neck, then that's good as well. So just whatever feels good for you. I'm going to hold over to the first side, ear towards the shoulder. And then we're going to take the opposite arm. We're just going to lengthen the fingertips towards the floor. So we're going to do a little bit of flossing here. Let's just circle around the wrist. And then the other way. And then let's pull the fingers towards the back of the wrist, lengthening through the whole arm, and then pull the fingers towards the front of the wrist. And just going from one to the other. So just flossing the nerve. So like I said at the beginning, sometimes we hold on to tension in the nerves and not the muscles. So just flossing through the nerve there. And then just circle again, circle the other way. Let's replace that arm. Let's take the head over to the other side. Take a little longer if you need to get there. Extend the fingers down towards the floor. Lengthening through the arm. Let's circle the opposite wrist. And the other way. Pull the wrist up to the top of the arm, and then pull the wrist down to the bottom of our fingers down to the bottom of the wrist and the top of the wrist. Just stretching and stretching. Keep dropping the ear over, keep lengthening the hand and arm away. And then let's circle through again, circle the other way. Drop the head into the center. Let's just take ear over to one shoulder, ear over to the other shoulder. Staying neck, chin to chest. Let's just start to circle around through the shoulders. We're going to lift the head up as we do this. And just allow your elbows to be soft. Allow your hands just to move around, circling around the shoulders. Really coming forwards, opening the upper back, coming up to the ears, pulling back, opening the chest as you come down in empty pockets and round. Really circling around. We're going to take left hand to right thigh, right fingertips to the floor, take a little twist, rotation here, and then slowly come round to the other side. Fingertips to the floor behind. We're just going to pull gently into the thigh, press gently down into the floor behind, and then come round. So just a nice rotation. Let go of the thighs a little more here as you come round from one side to the other side. Let's go once more to each side. We're keeping the gaze down towards the floor. and then back to the front. Let's extend the legs, give them a little shake, give them a little wiggle, and then the right knee comes in. Your left leg is extended, toes to the ceiling and in line with your shin. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? Now you can see me. So we're just going to lift this knee up and we're going to circle around the ankle. Let's circle the other way. And then we're just going to open the hips. We're going to take the seat back again. And we're just going to open the hip and then bring it back. Open and bring it back. Just a little release here. And I'm going to hold that hip open. Your foot can be a little higher, a little lower, or it can be open from your leg. It's entirely up to you. Let's extend this leg, heel away, toes to ceiling. And we're just going to take a nice lengthen up and then walk through forwards. We're not going to hold this. We're going to walk back up, no bouncing. Lift and lengthen, use your fingertips, and then fold. Just gently wakening up our hamstrings. Let's do one more, and then we're going to hold that stretch, hold that fold, not pulling, just hands either side, shoulders released, elbows soft. And then we're going to take the left hand inside the left shin, or take hold of your big toes, palms together, and let's open away and lengthen the arms and fingers away from each other. Lifting up towards the ceiling a little more and just coming into that QL, quadratus lumborum, in the back of the waist, and then reaching over past your toes. If you can, let's just open the armpit a little more and then reach away. Release your head, neck if you need. We're going to come back and then just come round to the front. Let's take one more lengthen up, belly to your thigh, and then let's fold. Release the shoulders, release the head, neck. Let go of that grip of your thigh and your hamstring. Walking up. Switch the other leg. So your toes are to the ceiling. We're just going to pull this knee in. We're going to circle around the ankle. Circle the other way. And then let's just open the hip and come back. Open and come back. We're going to hold that open. Seat away if you need. Extending heel away, toes to the ceiling. Fingertips at your sides. Let's just lengthen the spine and then take a gentle fold. So just notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Does it feel a little tighter? Does it feel a little looser? Check if you're holding on to the muscles as you move. Let's go one more time. So we're not forcing down here, we're not pulling ourselves down. We're just going to where feels good for you today. And breathe. Release the head, neck. Take a little rotation as you bring your right hand inside your right shin. Take hold of the toes if you need. And then palms together, and let's open out and reach the fingertips and the arms away from each other. Take a lengthen with that extended arm over the top, reaching up, and then palm comes over towards your toes and past your toes. Release your head, neck to wherever it needs to be. Maybe open the armpit a little more and then extend that reach again if you can. Getting into that QL in the back of the waist. Gently bring yourself back over. Fingertips either side of your hips. Let's bring ourselves back into that lovely alignment. And then take your hamstring, stretch again, release. Let go of the head, let go of the shoulders. Easing out here. Come back. We're coming to a butterfly stretch. So we're just going to come a few times. We're going to start with a big space, so not too close. A nice big diamond in between your thighs. Fingertips onto the floor. Let's just lengthen up. Let's just do a little butterfly flap here first, and then release. Use your hands to take a hinge forwards. So we're going to do 2 different stretches here. Hands are wide enough that they're supporting you, that your shoulders can release, your head, neck can release. Let the tailbone just lengthen a little more here. Take a big breath in, exhale, release around the hips. Let the head go, let it be heavy, and then walk yourself back up. So we're going to change the stretch into a muscle energy technique stretch, so a little met stretch. So you may need to come a little closer so that you can find your thighs. So we're going to bring our feet, we're going to press the soles of the feet a little more together, and then we're going to press the thighs, the hands together, and we're going to bring the hands to the thighs, and we're going to use the thighs to press into the hands. So you're pressing your elbows into your thighs, thighs into your elbows. Keep breathing, hold, and then release. Take a lengthen up through the spine and hinge forwards. We're going to do that 2 times. Come back up. So I'm going to come off my block this time for this one. Take your little hinge, prayer palms. Let's press the palms together, press the elbows out, press the thighs into your elbows. Lift and lengthen through the crown and the spine as you do this. Keep breathing, keep pressing. Muscle energy technique to help release into the hips. Breathe, lengthen up through the spine and take a hinge forwards again. Well done. Come round onto all fours. So just coming up to all fours, setting up for cat-cow. Knees are hip width apart, hands under your thighs. We're just going to do a little circle here around the torso. So rotations into the shoulders, into the belly, into the hips. So I'm taking mine from the shoulders and just allowing that to move all the way up through the spine. Just going in one direction. Allow the head, neck to release and move as well. Allow the tailbone to release, let the thighs kind of rock side to side. And then when you're ready, let's take that rotation away in the other direction. Just freeing off around the shoulders, around the hips, around the rib cage. And then bring yourself to the center. Let's inhale, shoulder blades to pockets. Just gently draw the navel back and then lengthen through the front of your spine to your crown. Exhale, drop the head, drop the tailbone, lift the belly back, lift the rib cage back. And then come through again. Inhale, lengthening through the front body, front of your spine. Exhale, and opening up the back body. Inhaling, lengthening tail to crown from the center, and then exhaling, lengthening the back body from the center. Just come to all fours, and we're going to take the right hand forwards on your mat and sit down into child. Just the right hand. Really reach that arm forwards, palm is down, but release the shoulder here. So we're going to move into this stretch. We're going to take a little lift with the upper body and then take your right arm, palm down, out to the side, beside your shoulder. Turn your head away from your hand as you come back down into child. Pressing the shoulder into the floor. So you can lift the hips here, if you like, and really press that shoulder down into the mat. We're going to lift up, we're going to take that right arm, thread the needle through, head comes down, shoulder comes down, and then we're going to open up towards the ceiling. Come back round. Left hand, palm to the top of your mat, Sit the hips back, just take that stretch. So the hips might not come to your heels here, that's perfectly fine. Mine are not on my heels here. And then let's take that left arm out to the side at the shoulder, turn the head away, press the shoulder into the mat. You've got the other hand on the floor for support. Thread the needle. And then open up, just targeting these shoulders in all directions. Let's go again with these stretches. Right arm, palm down. Let's draw the hips back and let the head and shoulders come down. Can we bring that elbow down, keeping the hips up, not to your heels? And release the shoulder towards the mat a little more. Stretching into the chest, stretching into the front of the shoulders, and then come up. Take the arm wide, turn the head away, press the palm down, press the shoulder down into the mat. Use the other hand to get that purchase, to press the shoulder away into the mat. Thread the needle through. Coming into the back of the shoulder. And then opening up to the ceiling. And left hand all the way up to the top of the mat. As you sit down, let's push the hips back and press the shoulder towards the mat. Stretching into the shoulder, stretching into the ribs. Open the palm wide and away, turn away. Use the other hand to get that purchase, to press the shoulder down towards the mat. Threading through, reaching away, and then opening up. Just bring yourself into child for a moment. Settle just for a moment. And then tucking the toes, lifting the hips, pushing back, and come to your calf stretch here. We're just going to ease into this. Let's just bend one knee, press the opposite heel, and then switch around. Just push pedal through here, pressing the hips back. Each time you lengthen through the leg, just press that hip away. And then maybe both hips lengthen away. Both legs lengthen. You're going to come through to plank. We're not going to stay here, we're not going to hold, we're just coming through, transitioning, knees come down. Switch the hands forwards a little more if you need. Drop the drop the pelvis, drop the ribs. Bring the palms forward, take your feet wide, just come into a little baby cobra. Little gentle back bend here. Lengthen the back of the neck, chin draws towards the back of your neck. Release down, push back to child. So we're going to repeat that sequence again. So we're coming up into your calf stretch, down dog. Just come through to your plank, release the knees, release the belly, chest. Slide the hands forwards if you need. Lengthen the toes away into the floor, drive your shoulder blades into your back pockets and lengthen up the front spine. Come down, back to child. We're going to make this a nice flow through. 2 more times. So up, down dog. Plank. Release knees, release the chest, untuck the toes. Hands can come forwards or they can stay as you are and maybe come a little higher if you feel ready. And then child. 1 more time. Just a lovely mobility move for the whole body. Coming through. Release the knees first, untuck the toes. Lengthen up to wherever you feel you need to be. And then come back. Big toes together, untucked. Release back to child. Release the elbows, release the shoulders, release the weight of the head, release the hips. Come round and onto your back. Have your band handy. and maybe a block towards the end as well, so you don't have to move. So just bring yourself onto your back. Let's have the feet together. Feet on the floor, knees towards the ceiling. Lift and lengthen the back of your waist. Bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to bring the feet a little wider here this morning. Keep the feet on the floor. We're just going to turn the head away from the knees, let the knees drop over. Come back to the center, turn the head and knees in the opposite direction and release over. We're just going to move around here. So just targeting slightly different area than we would if we had the knees into the chest. So we're just staying with the feet on the floor this morning. And we can really release the shoulders back into the floor, let go around the chest. Just feeling that opening a little more into the hips at the front, maybe down your thigh. And just getting more into the lower waist here and the pelvis. Breathe, you can hold if you like, and then start to move again. So sometimes if you're quite tight around the hips, having your feet a little wider, so it's like when you squat. Maybe sometimes you just need to adjust the feet. So don't have them too close here, have them as wide as you need to be to allow yourself just to move into this lovely rotation. No tension into the upper body, no tension into the shoulders. Let's do one more each side. Just feel that coming up the side of the hips, maybe into the side of your waist. And then come back to the center. Lengthen the back of your waist, just make an adjustment and then bring your knees into your chest. You're going to cross one knee over the other. We're just going to circle both knees in one direction. You're going to cross one ankle over the other. Circling around in one direction. Do that rotation the other way. Just releasing, massaging the back of the pelvis, maybe getting into the back of the shoulders, the back of the waist. Cross your ankles over the other way and then continue with your circle. Just rolling around. You can always place something under the back of your head, neck here that's not too high if you need. Keep your ankles crossed in this direction and let's circle around the other way. Hug your knees in, a little rock and roll, bring your feet to the floor. You're going to take your right hip open and bring yourself into a figure of four stretch. So we're not coming into the glute stretch at the moment. We're just going to keep the left foot on the floor, right knee open, right ankle over the top of your thigh. So we're going to do that Met stretch again that we did when we were on the floor in our butterfly. So you're going to bring one hand to the front of your thigh, the other hand to the inner thigh. And we're going to press the hand into your open thigh and press that thigh into the hand. So we're bracing into that stretch. So you're bringing the inner thigh towards your hand, hand towards the thigh. Keep breathing. Just breathe strong as you can without causing too much tension here, and then just gently release and open. One more time. Just pressing against the resistance, that muscle energy technique. And then release. Arms come wide. You're going to take your right foot over to the right side. So the same side. Drop the knee over, turn your head away. Staying in your figure of four stretch. If you like, you can extend your left arm towards the ceiling and really stretch and open into your side waist. You're going to come up, bring the left hand down first, come over, and then take your right foot over to the opposite side. We're not going to drop the knee, we're going to keep the knee up to the ceiling, foot to the floor, and then open the right arm up to the ceiling. Or up to the top of your mat, sorry. Really opening into the side waist here as well. Come back to the center. I'm going to take a little glute stretch, thread the needle through, grab the front of your shin or the back of your thigh. Head comes back down to the floor, flex the ankle of your open knee, and then use the elbow just to open that knee and take a little rock and roll here. And then release the foot down. Switch, open the left hip, figure of 4 stretch, hands to thighs. Inhaling as you exhale, keep breathing, but you're going to press hand to thigh, thigh to hand on that open hip. Just pressing against each other. So you're at the top of the thigh, possibly near your knee, head and shoulders stay down, keep breathing. Just pressing strongly against the resistance and then gently release. Let's go again, catch your breath. Breathe. It's really important that you keep breathing here and don't hold on to your breath. So deep breaths. Pressing against that resistance. No breath holding. And release. Open the arms wide. You're going to take the knee over to the same side. Allow your head just to turn away. Take that right arm and open up towards the ceiling, towards the top of your mat, lengthening through. So the heel is going to bring that little stretch into the outer side of the hip as well. Hand down through the center. Let's take that foot over to the opposite side. Foot to floor if it does. Bring it down, knee to ceiling. Open your left arm high towards the top of your mat. Bring the arm down through the center. Figure of 4, thread the needle, stretch. Let's come through. If you lift the head up to get there, bring it back down. And we're just going to use the elbow just to open the hip a little more. Inhale, exhale. Draw that right knee in. And then release down. Let's take a little moment here. Release your arms, feet to floor. Nothing under your head, maybe just a little release into the hips here, into a bridge, and then back down again. I'm just going to scuttle myself towards the top of my mat. A little bit more space. You're going to grab your belt or your band, and you're going to place it into the middle of your right foot. Extend the heel up to ceiling, hands either side of your band, elbows resting back. We're just going to bend the knee and lengthen. Your left knee is bent, foot on the floor. So we're just going to bend and take that full extension. Bend and extend. Releasing the head back. We're going to hold that extension. We're going to draw the toes towards the shin and then point. Toes to the shin and then point. And then take the band in your left hand. You're going to open the toes out to the right side. Heel in, toes out, and just see how that feels for you. Do you feel a stretch into the outer hip, outer thigh, outer shin? Do you feel it into the hamstring? Do you feel it into the inner side of the leg? So the body will tell you where it feels tightness or where it's tight. Keep drawing the toes towards the top end of your mat and then release. You're going to switch hands, take the toes in, take the heel outwards. Just notice, where do you feel this? Do you feel it in the outer shin, outer hip, outer thigh? Do you feel it in your hamstrings? So where do you feel that tension, that tightness holding on? Just allow it to release. Come to center, both hands in your band, heel to ceiling, toes to the top of your mat. You're going to take the right hand into the band. Inhale, big exhale, and open the leg out to the side. Opening wide. Heel lengthens away, toes to the top of your mat. Let the elbow rest down. If it feels okay, you extend the left leg long. If it feels okay, you reach and lengthen. The whole left side arm can come behind your head. Breathe. activating through the legs, the fingers, and the heels. So feet are alive. You're going to bring your left hand down, switch hands onto the band as you come through, draw the toes towards the top of your mat, take that right arm out, turn your head away from your leg, let your leg come all the way over to the opposite side, wherever it needs to be. I've hit the wall. So I'm going to use the wall to walk my leg towards the top of my mat. You can bend the other knee if that feels better for you. Option to extend that right arm towards the top of your mat as well. Breathe. Really, really opening up here. Just really nurturing as we release and stretch in this flow class. Arm comes down, bring leg back over, both hands onto your band. You can bend the other knee, keep it extended, toe to ceiling, heel away. You're going to draw the toes towards the top of your mat. Option to take a big breath in and exhale and bring the chest and head towards the leg. Release down, bend the knee to come out, just lengthen both legs away, let the arms just rest for a moment. Take just a little moment, bend the feet back in. You're going to bring the band this time around your left leg, or your left foot. Inhale, exhale, heel to ceiling. The other knee is bent, foot on the floor. Let's just bend that left knee and then extend to the ceiling. Elbows back, you've got a nice long band. Bend and extend. Just releasing into the hamstrings here, heel to ceiling, and then we're going to hold that leg up. We're going to point the toe to the ceiling, pull the toes to the shin, point and flex. One more time, and then we're going to hold that flex, heel to ceiling, toes towards the top of your mat. Take a nice deep breath here. Let's turn the toes out, heel in, take the band into the opposite hand. So you've got that resistance, and just feel, where on that leg do you feel that stretch? So I feel it definitely further up the leg on this side. Just breathing here. Releasing, taking a moment just to release into that stretch, and then we're going to switch, bring the toes through the center, toes in, heel out, breathing here, and just noticing the differences between right leg and left leg. Release, both hands in the band for a moment, draw the toes to the top of your mat, left hand on band. Let's open that leg wide towards the side, let the head turn away. So open so the elbow rests down, release the leg. If you've got a wall beside you, it's lovely to rest into the wall. If it feels okay, you can extend the other leg away. If that doesn't feel right on that side, then don't do it. Just because you did it on the other side doesn't mean to say it's right for that side. If you like, you can extend the right arm above your shoulder on the floor and really open in that 3-dimensional stretch. Lengthen through the heels, lengthen through the fingers. Breathe and release. Arm comes down. Bend the knee if you need. Let's take that foot over to the center, switch hands. Exhale, turn the head away, take that leg over to the opposite side. Bend the other knee if you need. Option to extend and reach that other arm away. 3-dimensional stretch if you like. Breathing here. And then coming back up through the center. Bend the knee if you like, keep the leg extended, press through both heels. Inhale as you exhale, draw the toes towards the top of your mat. Option here to inhale, exhale, lift the upper body, chest lifts, head lifts, heel draws down. And then release the upper body. Bend the other knee in, take the band away. You're just going to lengthen the legs away for a moment. Let the heels fall away from each other. Take a long body stretch, really stretching through fingers, heels, toes, full body. Bring the feet to the floor. We're going to take one more knees into chest. Rock and roll here. We're going to allow the knees to drop over to one side, arms come wide. Let the knees fall. Let the head fall away. Come through the center, let the knees drop all the way over to the other side. Come back through the center. Feet to the floor. Open the full body again. Feel as though you're tensing into the muscles. Really hold that tension in the muscles, and then exhale, release and let go. Something under your head if you like, and you're just going to hold yourself here and let go. Just stay and let the body rest back. Let the head, the shoulders, the pelvis, the shins, the arms, the hands and the heels rest back. Let the ribs rest down, let the belly rest back. Let the face rest back, let the mind rest. The back body resting back and the front body resting back. Just allow yourself this time today to let go and relax the body back. Just doing this for you. And as you lay here, if you like, you can place one hand onto your heart again. And just allow yourself to bring back all the energy that you've given away this week. Invite it back. Invite it back into your body, into your breath, and into your mind. And while you lay here, you can set your intention for today. What do you want to do? Not what you have to do, but what you wish to do. Set your intention for the weekend ahead, for the week ahead, for the month ahead. What's going to nurture you? What do you need? And as you lay here, just repeating the words out loud or in your mind. I am grateful for all the blessings in my life, for my family, for my friends, for my health, for my wealth. I am grateful for myself. I am strong and I am powerful beyond measure. I am enough. And then take another full body stretch here. Invite all the energy back that you've given away. Let it come all the way through the body, flooding into your legs, your arms, your torso, spiraling up through the body into your mind, through your breath, into all the areas and all the cells in your body. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest and feel comforted here as you give yourself that little hug. And then bring yourself back around to a seated position. Just take a moment here of gratitude. You did this for you, doing something for your body, for yourself, for your mind, for your soul. Just take the right arm out to the left arm up, drop the left hip, and let's take a little side reach. You can take a look down if you like. Let's take it over to the other side, drop in the right hip. Coming back to center. Just take a moment here, release the chin to the chest. Take one ear over to one shoulder, back through the center, other ear to the other shoulder, back to the center, easing around shoulders as you bring your head back up. Bring yourself round to all fours. Come round and sit back with the hips into a short little moment in child. Release the shoulders, release the hips, release the head, and then press the palms into the floor, tuck your toes, push yourself into your calf stretch, bend the knees, push the hips back, extend both legs or push pedal through, release the back of the neck, release the crown, ease the head around. You're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, walk the hands in towards the feet, hips sitting back, let the weight fall back into the hips, belly resting, head resting. Take an inhalation and slowly start to rise into a standing position. Head, neck, shoulders coming up last. And as you come up, roll through the shoulders. Maybe take a little pedal through the heels if you need. Feet coming back around under your hips. And then take a big breath and bring your hands to prayer. As you exhale, hands come down to the heart center. And just allow yourself that compassion that you deserve. Notice how you feel now from how you felt at the beginning of class. Just be aware of any tensions. Just notice if it's gone, if it's left. And then take another breath in. Lifting the heart and then coming back down with the hands. Breathing away any chatter that's been left in your mind. Clearing your head space for you. And then breathing in again this time. Just holding at the third eye. I see with clarity. Coming down to the mouth. I always speak with truth. And coming down to the heart. I always love with passion. When you're ready, take your arms down to the sides. And when you're ready to move, bring your right arm out, bring your left arm out, bring your palms together, show yourself a little love. Thank you. I hope that if you do this one on replay, that you let me know how you got on with it. So nobody on live with me this morning, boo. But if you do this one and you come back and do it on replay, do let me know. Lovely kind of flow release into the shoulders and hips class. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Ladies, I am here on Monday morning and then I am taking a break. So I shall see you on Monday morning. We will have a strength class on Monday and then have a lovely weekend. Bye.